We are talking about some of the best gifts during the 12 days of Christmas, starting off with music.
Yes, I mean, it is Music City. And chances are, if you live anywhere near Nashville, you have someone in your life that wants to be a star, and you can start them off with a new guitar.
It rhymes. And that's why Greg with Gruhn Guitars is here. Gruhn, Greg, thank you for being here.
Thanks for
My goodness. And thank you for bringing these beauties. Now, you guys have been around for 52 years. You guys started small. What was the evolution like?
Well, the evolution it took 5 decades. And as the decades were moving along, we made ourselves a landmark here in Nashville. So we're as synonymous with Nashville Gruhn Guitars as country music, hot chicken, and sandwiches, and Gruhn Guitars is very much Nashville.
Staple.
Yes.
Now, what makes your guitars so special?
Well, some of the guitars that we have are incredibly special. Mm-hmm. I think it's the team, it's the customer service we're able to provide, and have done for a very, very long time.
What is it, 52 years?
52 years, yeah.
Wow.
So we have been known as being the authority in the world of vintage guitars for decades. Decades and decades. The #1 name in vintage guitars is going to be Gruhn Guitars. And that's incredible. A lot of people do know, but I'm also here to tell folks that we also carry new instruments and used instruments as well. As a matter of fact, Gruhn Guitars is known for being the vintage kings, but we're also, I have a Martin guitar right in front of me, but we're also the most successful independent Martin dealer in the world.
Wow, and you also do repairs, which is really cool.
The repair shop is incredibly famous, almost independent of the business itself.
Wow.
The Gruhn repair shop has been known for doing the finest restoration and repair work on instruments, period. And this is worldwide recognition.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have acoustic, electric, mandolins, banjos even, something for everyone.
That's right, fretted instruments, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I gotta know, 52 years in the past, what's in the future?
Hopefully another 52 years. and
Yes.
I'll be there to see it.
Well, you're
I love
obviously
it.
doing something right.
And I do
Absolutely.
have to ask, on your website, and I love this, you say one of the most important things about your business is the fact that the ability to properly identify, describe, and appraise these instruments does not come out of a computer.
No, absolutely not. That's why everyone at Gruhn Guitars, all the team members are so important. We study and we know instruments. That's what we know. So because of that and our 50 years, our appraisal service is the #1 respected appraisal in the business, period. And that has to do with all of us being there, all of us putting our heads together with regards to all of our experience coming in.
I gotta ask, we saw a pretty pricey, I think a banjo on there, but what makes a guitar so valuable?
As far as vintage guitars, a lot of folks think that vintage guitars are worth a lot of money because of who owned it, and that's just not the case. Vintage guitars are valuable because there's a finite amount of them out there. So there's very specific production totals, and as a result, we know how many we have. So the same reason as Stradivarius violins are worth tens of millions of dollars, we know how many were made. We're understanding with the logbooks of how many were actually created. There were obviously many, many more guitars created than one-off violins from that golden period. However, the instruments are finite and they do have incredible value as well.
You sure do know your stuff.
Absolutely,
Wow.
yeah. It's nice to talk to someone, the humans that actually know what they're doing, know their stuff, and if there's a problem, you can go back to them and they'll fix it. Check them out online. Definitely, please do that. They're awesome. Guitars.com is where you can find out more about Gruhn Guitars.